Alright, now let me share with you Project Screen Time. This is the incredible true story of how I gained back about 30 hours a week. 30 hours that gave me the means to completely change my life. One activity that I knew was taking up a lot of my time was being on my phone. I knew it was a lot, I just didn't know how much. Well, fortunately, my phone has this little feature that tracks just how much time I was spending on it and on which apps I was spending it on. It's called Screen Time. This feature records all this data for about 3 weeks back. So one day, I took out my phone and I spent an hour typing down every little piece of information that my Screen Time feature had gathered. And right away I saw that I was on my phone a lot more than I realized. The question was how much of it was useful and how much of it was not. So I tried to graph it to get a quick visual check. And as you can see here, the data told me that I play Mortal Kombat too much. But that's not the only game out there, nor the only app that I deemed unnecessary at the time. So the next step I took was to categorize every app and list them into 3 categories. The first was useful apps, what you see here in green. Neutral apps, which can fall in the useful or not category, and that is what you see here in yellow. And then there is the killing time apps. These were the unnecessary. I literally use these apps to kill time. And this is what you see here in red. Once I grouped them, the results were shocking. I learned that I use my phone between 35 to 40 hours each week. And about 30 of those hours were spent killing time. Literally, killing time. So right then and there, I deleted the big time-killing apps that were sucking up all my time. Enough of that, I said to myself. And a couple days later, I checked again, hoping to see that nice green line rise up as the red line fell. And once again, I was surprised by what I found. The killing time apps I had identified and deleted were gone, but other killing time apps had begun to take their place. The arrow you see here shows the rise of new killing time or apps I had not deemed as useful. Not as large, but still it was 3 hours on that day. And that's when it dawned on me, and here's the takeaway. When you get rid of something, like a habit, something that takes your time, another must take its place. You have 24 hours in a day. No more, no less. So if you get rid of an activity that takes up an hour, another activity must take its place. And if you don't consciously choose your next activity, you might find undesired activities creep up and rob you of your time once again. So let me say that again. When you get rid of an activity or a habit, another must take its place. Well, for me, I chose to invest in myself, and the killing time apps were replaced by self-improvement projects. And as you can see here, the red line flatlined soon after. I gained back 30 hours a week, and that changed my life completely. This is a conscious effort, not an accident. But if you choose to properly use your time, you'll begin to gain a lot of momentum, and I promise that your life will change completely as well.